you want to try a little stretch across the front of the knees, then sit in hero. So sit on your block. Take the calves out to the side so you can have your heels either side of your hips. Sit up nice and tall. Want to try and press the tops of the feet down. Hands on your thighs. And the breath in nice and deep. So depending on how comfortable this is for your knees, you can lift yourself up even higher, so you can have as many blocks or cushions, etc. So last night in class we were working on stretching and strengthening knees. So this is one of those poses. So we were stretching through the quads. Often what happens is the outside of your thighs, the vastus lateralis, so the outer quad, is stronger than the inner of the four muscles. So we're working on stretching and strengthening the inside of the knee, the inner side. Okay, from here you're going to take your hands to the left side, lift up through the chest, and then gentle pressure to twist. So keep your shoulders relaxed, looking back over the left shoulder, feel that stretch through the side of the neck, the right side, and then come back to center. Inhale, hands to the opposite thigh, exhale, twist. Shoulders away from ears. So feel that pressure of the sitting bones down, so you push down to lift up through the core. Inhale, back to center, and then come forward to stand. Okay, so we're going to stand on one leg. So you want to firstly stand in mountain, so feet hip distance apart. Take your center of gravity. So the whole point of this, so your feet are pointing forward. We're not kind of duck feet or anything. Feet are parallel. Take your center of gravity over your left leg. Inhale, lift the right knee up, and then hug it towards you. So strongly lifting up through the standing leg. Lift up the chest, hug the knee in. And then see if you can keep the knee up, hands to hips, bend the standing leg. And you're trying to do almost a one-legged squat, but you want to keep the knee tracking in the direction of the toes. Inhale, stand up. Tricky, first thing in the morning. Coming into figure four. So now you're going to flex the right ankle, place it across the left knee, then sit back. So you want to take bottom back. Tip your tailbone up. You can bring your hands to your shin if you want to, but keep the raised leg flexed, the ankle flexed. That protects the knee joint. So hip stretch, calf stretch. Inhale, come up. Both feet down. Okay, other side. Feet parallel, standing in mountain. Take center of gravity over your right leg. Lift the left knee, draw it in towards you. So try not to grip with the standing leg toes. And hands to hips. Flex the ankle on the raised leg, ankle across the top of the knee. Bend the standing leg, sit back. So really sticking your bottom up and out, bending standing leg. And bring your hands forward if you want to. So balance is brilliant, building strength individually in the legs. And all these little tweaks are excellent for the lower leg strength, so particularly ankles. Okay, hands to hips. Come up. So even if you were brushing your teeth, you can stand on one leg. It's really excellent to practice your balance, and also when you get older, as in, times when you think that maybe your mind might start going, balance really focuses the mind, so it's really powerful to do it regularly. Okay, so from the front of the mat, we're going to start our sun salutes, but we're going to be lunging. So follow me, standing in mountain. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up. Exhale, float forward to Uttanasana, fold. Inhale to halfway lift, extend through the crown of the head, tailbone tips up. Then bend your knees, fingertips either side of your feet. Take your right foot back. Feet hip distance apart, runner's lunge. So left knee above left ankle, lift up through the back thigh and then sink the hips. Just a moment here, reaching the chest forward, squeeze the thighs to the midline, then drop the back knee. Flatten the foot. Come up onto the front thigh, hands rest there, sink the hips down. You can gently guide that knee forward. Inhale, lift the right arm up, lean over, so curling over to the left, stretching out through the right hip. Then exhale, hands down, tuck the right toes under, step the left foot back, roll into plank. Lower through chaturanga, so hug the elbows together, tip forward, low press up, then lower to cobra. Tops of the feet press down in the pubic bone, elbows bent, don't come too high. Draw the elbows towards your waist. Feel the glutes engaging the back body. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips into down dog. Inhale to three-legged dog. So raise the right leg, lower the left heel to the mat. Bring your right knee to your nose in plank and then place the foot between your hands. Runner's lunge. Squeeze the thighs to the midline. So almost lift up the hips, squeeze the back knee and then sink the hips down again. Really activate that back thigh. Drop the left knee. Flatten the foot, come up into low lunge, enchaîné. So brushing that leg forward, so you want the back knee behind the hip, so you feel this hip flexor stretch. Lift the left arm up, lean over to the right, stretching out of the left hip, side body stretch. Exhale, fingertips down, tuck the left toes under, step forward. Come to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to Urdhva Hastasana, hands up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, fingertips either side of your feet. Take the left foot back. Sink into runner's lunge. Again, lift the hips, squeeze the back thigh. That's lifting the kneecap. Make sure right knee stays over right ankle, sink the hips. Keep that back leg strong. Reach the chest forward. And the next exhale, lowering the knee, flattening the foot. Come up onto the thighs, sink the hips. So the whole point of this kind of guiding the knee forward is you're not doing this. You're not just pressing down on the front knee, it's concentrating on the hips. Keep the upper body light. Lift the chest, gaze forward. Inhale, lift the left arm up, lean over to the right. Then exhale, palms down, tuck the left toes under, step back, roll into plank. Exhale, low press up chaturanga. Hug the elbows in, then lower to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Keep the back body strong. This is a back bend. So reach the chest between your arms, press the feet down. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up into down dog. Inhale to three-legged dog. Lift the left leg up. Lower the right heel, roll into plank, knee to nose, left knee to nose, place the left foot between your hands, runner's lunge. So up on your fingertips so the front body is light, reach the chest forward, squeeze the thighs to the midline. So the body's taut as if you're launching off, back thighs strong. Exhale, right knee down, flatten the foot. Come up into your low lunge. Inhale, right arm up, lean over to the left. So we're releasing the hips here. So for runners, for an even stride, one is the balances are brilliant to make sure the legs are working. Okay, exhale, fingertips down. So the legs are working evenly, which is what working through balance is all about, but also you want to open the hips so the muscles, when they're working in one plane all the time, we want to stretch them so that we can then strengthen them. So that's what this hip flexors are doing here. We're opening the hips. Tuck the right toes under. Take the left foot back. Roll forward into plank, doing it extra. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale to down dog. I think I talked myself out of a rhythm. So we now lift the left leg, step the left foot forward, bring the right foot forward, come to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center. Stepping, and for time. Step back into pyramid. So this is where you take your right foot back, but not too far, maybe 2.5 feet length. Feet are hip distance apart. So we like so. Legs are straight, hands to your hips. And then as you lift up your kneecaps, so engage the thighs, lift the quads up, reach your chest forward. So as we do this, you want to level the hips to the front in line with the front of the mat. So draw up the left thigh, bring the left hip back and the right side of the hip forward. So your hips are in line with the front of the mat. Press through the big toes, reach your chest forward. And you might want to use your block in front of you. You can reach as far as you can. Maybe this is enough. So now we're stretching the IT band. So this is the iliotibial band from the outside of the knee to the outside of the hip. If you want to come a bit deeper, but you can still keep the hips level to the front of the mat, then reach for the block, pull up through the left thigh, draw the right side of the hip forward. If you can, you'll start to fold, but otherwise just stay where it feels good for you. Press the big toes down. Your front foot is going to want to roll out onto the outer edge. Okay, come out the way you went in. So legs squeeze towards each other, lift up through the thighs, hands to hips, reach the chest forward and up. Step to the front. Other side. Feet not too far apart. Hips level to the front of the mat. So draw the right thigh up and back. Engage the legs, lift the thighs. Reach the chest forward. Squeeze your core. Reach forward. This might be enough. If you want to go deeper, keep drawing the right thigh bone up. Roll the left side of the hip forward. Squeeze your core. Fold towards the front leg. So you can just even keep straight arms. But if you want to go deeper, you start to draw the navel up and in. Relax your toes. And then inhale, squeeze the thighs. Reach the chest forward, hands to hips. Draw the shoulder blades towards each other. Come up. Step to the front of the mat. Okay, come down to your knees. So core is vital for spine health. And also when you're standing on one leg, i.e. when you're running or doing an activity where it's one foot on the ground at one time, then you need to work on your core. So from tabletop, you can do these poses from tabletop. We're going to do the knee to nose, like so. Go to elbows each side and then the nose. But you can do it, the full pose is to do this from down dog, but you can do it from tabletop. So work out how you want to be. Place your hands well, index finger forward, pressure through the thumb pads and the index finger. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift the right leg up, lower the left heel. Roll into plank, right knee to nose. One breath here, and then lift the leg back up, three-legged dog. Roll into plank, right knee to left elbow, but lift the heel towards your bottom, press up through your palms, straight arms. Lift the right leg back up, roll into plank, right knee to right elbow. Squeeze your core. Inhale, lifting back up, three-legged dog. Place the foot down. Other side. Lift the left leg, lower the right heel. Come up onto the back toes, into plank, knee to nose. Lift the left leg back up, lower the right heel. Calf stretch at the same time, then roll forward into plank, left knee to right elbow. Keep the wrist safe by pressing through the index finger. Lift the leg back up. Roll forward into plank, left knee to left elbow. Keep the heel raised. Lifting back up to three-legged dog and then place the foot down. So we're going to roll forward into plank. Hold plank. So high plank. So press through the palms, straight arms, and dome out between the shoulder blades. So you almost want to feel the shoulder blades spread. Squeeze your thighs towards the midline. Squeeze the ankles towards each other. Keep the breath coming in nice and steady. If you need to drop your knees, that's fine. Inhale, lift your hips into down dog. Roll forward into plank again. So you can stay in high plank. If you can, you're going to come down rolling plank into forearm plank. You can either clasp the hands or just have the palms pressing down. Lower the hips, but slightly lifted so you're not sagging. Push through the heels, push through the elbows, round out between the shoulder blades. And then lower the knees, flatten the feet, come onto the mat, but stay on your forearms. Elbows under shoulders, This is Sphinx. So press the tops of the feet down so you feel your kneecaps lift, legs are engaged. Gently press your pubic bone into the mat so that engages the quads, the glutes. Reach your chest between your arms. So that's drawing the energy of the elbows towards your waist. So that's stretching your core. Keep the legs strong, gaze is just forward. So strengthening back body, stretching front body. And then bring your right ear to the mat, lie down. Arms are at shoulder level with the palms facing down. Then bring the left hand, tented fingers beside your face, elbow goes up, and then roll over your right shoulder. So keeping that arm straight out to the side. Bend the left knee, the top knee. Just rolling over if you can get the foot down, stretching through the shoulder. Roll back to the other side. Arms go wide again, put your left ear to the ground. Lift your right fingertips beside your face, elbow goes up. Roll over your left side. Bend the right knee, touch the foot down or just toes in that direction. But using the right hand to leverage, stretching through the front of the chest. And then rolling back round, come to sit. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste.